Shalom, Yasha'Allah, Shalom, Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Mashiach, Malak Yahushai, Barak HaKadosh, Atazawak, Bakabayim, Mashkwayim, welcome, Yasha'Allah, Ahabatam Yakyam, Wa Akwath, Isha Akma, Matamika back at it with another video, and amen. We gotta pull up another video through the spirit and power of the Lord, and we're gonna hop straight into it. Because, you know, in this captivity, brothers and sisters be having things to do, but hey, at the end of the day, the words of the Lord gotta go out regardless. And today we're going to be talking about vanity. All right, we're going to be talking about vanity. And I just wanted to touch on it because it's been on my spirit to touch on this vanity. Because a lot of times, us as just men, you know what I'm saying, just men on this earth, we get caught up in vanity. Things that just really don't matter. Things just very vain. Okay, so we're going to dive into Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. And Lord willing, we can get through, you know what I'm saying, a decent portion of this chapter. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 1. It says, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king of Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. So, something that to keep your mind sane in this captivity is understanding that everything is going to be vanity. You understand? It don't matter what it is. You can be at your highs or you can be at your lows. It don't matter what it is. It's all going to be vanity. You understand? So when the Lord said this through Solomon, when you walk into and fro, you might be having a conversation with somebody, they getting contentious, and you just trying to chill. You gotta understand, man, this is vanity. This really don't mean anything. You going throughout your day-to-day life, and you got all these type of bills, and you got all so much business to handle. You got so many things on your head. You gotta keep in mind, like, man, this is vanity, man. Don't none of this really matter. Let me go ahead and knock this out so I can do what I gotta do, man, so I can go finish it. You know what I'm saying? Praising the Lord. Because in this captivity, there's so many things, you know, and so many gates and so many avenues that you got to take to just maneuver and to stay above waters in this captivity. Sometimes they take away the word, right? Sometimes Satan come immediately and take away the word. But at the end of the day, you just got to continue to remember, man, this is just vanity, man. Damn Teslas and Lamborghinis and all these other things, man, it's not worth it. It's all vanity at the end of the day because none of it's going to stand when the Lord come back. So what's the point? All right, let's read verse 3. It says, what profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? So what's the point? Right? So what's the point in damn acting like you almighty and righteous? What's the point in damn just doing too much, man? What's the point in doing anything above what the Lord already commanded you to do? Otherwise, it'll just be vanity. Now, can you go above and beyond and praising the Lord and serving the Lord? Of course. Do your best to make the Lord happy because of the amount of anger that he's feeling right now. You understand? But the point is, all of this stuff is going to be vanity at the end of the day. Let's get that in the book of Isaiah, chapter 64. Salaki, let me get that in the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, and verse 6. It says, but we are all as an unclean thing. So it don't matter what you're doing, you're still going to be an unclean thing at the end of the day. Why? Because you're not doing it perfectly. Why? Because we didn't have to come out of this captivity. Your damn body is marred up. Your damn insides is defiled. Your damn lungs is defiled. You understand? You just went off 4 hours ago. Now the Lord kind of got you on fire. You reading. You exhortating the brothers. You making the video. You know what I'm saying? But just 6, 7, however many hours ago, you was going the hell off. You understand? Just last night, you was going off. Right? Because at the end of the day, we all going to be tossed to and fro with the spiritual demon Satan. But our job is to do what? Stay on that straight and narrow. And understand that it's all going to be vanity at the end of the day. So what's the point in going left? What's the point in going left? Or whether if I go right, it's still going to be vanity. So what am I going to be doing when I'm going left? Right? You're going to be less than vanity. Right? That's what we're doing. It says, but we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags. And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. You understand? So our iniquities is going to continue to take us away. Our iniquities is going to continue to have us just have no understanding. Our iniquities is going to continue to have us have our minds bugged out. Some men believe in certain doctrines that make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Certain men just justifying themselves. You understand? Certain men just going to be bugged out by their iniquities. While you come into this truth, you get to believe in things that's not true. You understand? Just because of the way it entices you, gives you something new to study into, all that other stuff. Let's go to that I was just reading this. Let's go to that in the book of Matthew, chapter 15. Salakia, let me find it. Let me find this precept. No, it's not 15. Matthew chapter 16. Let me find this precept. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 17 and verse number 10. Salaki, let me find it. Salaki, I'm not going to be able to find it. There, okay, Salaki, there it goes right there. This is the book of Matthew chapter 16 and verse number 16. It says, and Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art Hamashiach, the Son of the living God. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. So this is really how it's supposed to go. When a brother, he might have a, you know what I'm saying, he might have a new revelation that not too many people have touched on before. You know what I'm saying? He might have found a couple of precepts that link up with this and then also link up with the history. You understand? And it makes perfect sense flowing with the chapter and it also flow with this chapter. Our brother might come up with something like this. But guess what? It didn't come from man. It came from the Most High. You understand? It came from the Most High to begin with. Right? So that's how a doctrine is supposed to flow. You understand? That's how a teaching is supposed to flow. That's how scriptures is supposed to flow. When they link up with the precepts along with history, and there's no spot nor blemish within that doctrine. You understand? That's how things are supposed to go. But what? Let's read on. And I say unto thee, Thou art Peter, and upon this rock will I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will Salakia. Right? That's it on that. That's it on that. But the point is that it was his faith that got him there, and Yahushua justified him. So when we go back to the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, and verse number 6, it says, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. You understand? We're going to continually be taken away because of our iniquities. Let's go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 4. Right, the more you go off, the more years you're taking off your life. The more you go off, the less possible it is going to be for you to get to the kingdom. Because as soon as you forsake the truth, say goodbye to the kingdom, man. And that's how it is, because the Lord said, the Redeemer shall come out of Zion, and to basically give hope unto them who turn from transgression to Jacob. Roughly paraphrasing. But let's get this in the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and I want to read verse number 12. It says, Ephesians 4 and 12, for the perfecting, verse 13, till we all come into the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro. That's all vanity. Nowadays, we damn tossed to and fro. You got brothers that they don't really know the name of the Lord. You got brothers that believe this 1 minute, then they turn around and believe this. Like Peter in the book of Galatians, you understand? It's like 1 minute, okay, I'm going to be right here. Then the next minute, okay, I'm going to be right here, just kind of doing my thing. Hey, men like that got to get rebuked. You understand? Right now, we children tossed to and fro. Between doctrines, between lies. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are right now. And I'm not saying this to say I know the 100% truth. But at the end of the day, I'm not a proud man. Everything has to be proved. You understand? So at the end of the day, you got to have that same mentality and just understanding it's all vanity. When it comes down to it, you hearing the conclusion of the whole matter, let's fear God and keep his commandments. Because that's what's going to save us as a nation. Right? But let's read on. That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they will lie in wait to deceive. So it's all vanity, man. You got certain men out here that don't want to see you make it. You got certain men and women out here, they want to see you downfall. They see you prospering in the truth, you being more righteous. You understand? They can tell you throwing them prayers up. They can tell you fasting. You know what I'm saying? Not on the left-hand side, but you know what I'm saying? They can tell you've been studying. Right? They see your growth. Some people, you might see this person's growth. But at the end of the day, they just can't. They lie and wait to deceive. And it's all vanity at the end of the day. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 25. It's all vanity at the end of the day. That's why you can never, ever, never put your trust in men. Because what the hell is a man going to do for you? Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Shai is going to be the only person that can ever do anything for you. And you got to constantly have your mind on that. And that's something that sounds just so simple. But when you're going throughout your daily life, you got damn emails back to back, damn text messages, then you got the brother calling you, then you got all the other stuff going on. You got the sister calling you, then you got the sister come on, she damn complaining. You understand? You got all these things going on, but all you really got to understand is that, hey, as long as I'm keeping the commandments and I'm doing my best I can to magnify the Lord's name, and I'm not putting no other gods before me in this captivity, hey, you gonna fare well, okay? Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 37, and I'm going to read, Salakia, Psalms chapter 39 and verse 5, Salakia. Psalm chapter 39, verse 5 says, Behold, thou hast made my days as an handbreadth, and my age is nothing before thee. Verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity. Salah. So, hey, every man at his best state is going to be vanity. You understand? You can be on fire. You can be in the middle of reading, then you pause and you throw out the prayer. How about shimmy? You know what I'm saying? You pause and you throw out the prayer. You know what I'm saying? You in the middle of a fast. You can be on fervent heat. But guess what? You still vanity. You still vanity, brother. You still vanity because you're going to go off again. You're still vanity because damn 2 years ago you was in all manner of wickedness, having no idea even how to fast. You understand? You still altogether vanity because 5 months ago you was damn going on water fast, thinking you was pleasing the Most High. Right? You still vanity because 6 months ago you was smoking papers but it had no weed in it, but it had this damn fluorescent flowers in it to give you damn spirits in all manner of witchcraft. Some men do that. 5 months ago, you was a damn drunkard. It's altogether vanity because you're going to go back and do it again. You understand? You're going to go back and do it again. Sin is going to continue to well over us. So it doesn't matter how much it don't matter how much you're doing. It's altogether going to be vanity. But does this mean we shall stop? Does this mean that, hey, this is not really going to mean anything? Does this mean, okay, so, hey, at the end of the day, we all going to be saved. So, hey, I'm just doing my thing. No, that's not how it's going to go. You understand? Because at the end of the day, those men are going to be destroyed. All right, we want to make it alive. Let me get my apocrypha, and let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 22. Right, because that's what's going to happen to the men that's, you know what I'm saying, you might actually be doing what you're supposed to be doing. You understand? Altogether is vanity. But you got to think about it. But what about when I'm not on fire? What about when I'm in the midst of sin? What about when I'm in the midst of feeling damn depressed and all hell going on? All hell breaking loose. Right, that's the book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 1. A slothful man is compared to a filthy stone, and everyone with Salakia, and everyone will hiss him out of his disgrace. So at the end of the day, we're supposed to be a church where Yahweh shall be in that cornerstone. So you got this sweet, precious cornerstone, and then you got the foundation, you got the strong bricks without spot or blemish, and then you got the glue in between, got the sisters and the children in between holding them together, you understand? And then you got that one filthy stone. You understand? That one filthy stone is throw off the whole building. Right? You got a fresh white polo tee. You get that one ketchup stain. That's that slothful brother within your camp. That's that slothful brother that's just hanging around you, period. He don't want to do nothing. He don't want to put in no work. Understood? That's that filthy stone. You got a whole building. A whole building might be gray. Whole building gray, and you got that one black stone. That one black stone, he got cracks in it. You understand? It's about to damn wither away. Now you got a hole in your wall. Right? Just because that brother don't want to be diligent. And you don't want to be that brother. Let's read on. Verse 2. A slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. Every man that takes it up will shake his hand. Man, the Lord said you like unto a pile of shit. Straight up. And that's how the Lord looks at you. Here it is, you in this truth, and you might come into a position to where so you can break down the truth to a different brother or a different sister. You understand? And you tell me, hey, this. But the whole time, you that pile of shit. You understand? So you got to be able to hold yourself diligently. So when you breaking it down to a different brother or sister, the Lord can actually give that increase, and not to have this damn, when you planting that seed, you not planted out of a damn bucket with a hole in the bottom. You understand? The Lord gave you the seeds, but they just they're not being put to use. Okay? Don't be that brother. You understand? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 20, and verse 32. Necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a God. That leadeth his life without a God. So at the end of the day, yeah, all these things is vanity. But at the end of the day, man, when you waiting for the Lord, when you're doing what the Lord commanded you to do, you understand? You're fleeing from sin. You being as blameless as you possibly can. You're not being a damn tale bearer. You're not trying to just be in every man's faith. You're not trying to do too much. Hey, you're going to be able to stay away from vanity to the best of your ability. You're going to be able to get the love of the congregation. You're going to be able to do these things sincerely to help better yourself. Okay? These things are going to help you. Right? But then you giving up. Damn, you losing faith. You letting depression take you over, and now you lighting a cigarette. Not only is you vanity, not only is you damn like unto a pile of dunghill, you understand, and now you just fit for destruction. Now you on this earth just wasting space. A lot of Israelites on this earth is just damn wasting space. You know the truth. You got your fringes on, you going off. You know the truth. You don't got no fringes on, and you, of course you're going off because you don't have the fringes to remind you. A lot of people are just wasting space. But at the end of the day, it's all vanity. It's all vanity. It's either you're going to make it or you're not going to make it. Let's go back to the book of Ecclesiastes. At the end of the day, it's what are you going to do? What are you going to do, brother? Are you going to change your ways and start taking this serious? Or are you going to continue to get yourself caught up in what other men and other women got to say and just never take what you got in your mind serious? You're not going to find what intrigues your mind in this truth to have you go harder. You're not going to find something that you can study to have yourself, oh, yeah, I like this. Let me master this. Then you master it. You go into the next topic. Okay, let me master this. You don't have this mindset. You're just in this truth worried about what other men think. And a lot of people, you got to understand, a lot of people is going to have that in their mind subliminally. Meaning, brother, you too worried about what this man got going on and what this man got going on. But you so destroying your mind to where as though, yeah, you can't even see your actions to where as though it's talking about that. You understand? You got certain men that can't stop gossiping. They don't do nothing but get around other brothers and gossip about the next brother. Brother, let's talk about the scriptures. Right? Like what you been reading, brother? What have you been studying? What do you believe in? And a lot of brothers, when they come into this truth, they take this stuff for granted and they take on that damn mindset. That, oh, no, I'm high and mighty and nobody else is nothing. That's all proud, vanity, damn vexation of spirit, damn all of these other things. And you want to flee from these things so you can be that wholesome man, that elect man that the Lord really looking for. You understand? This is a book of, let's go back to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1. We're going to read verse 4. Right, and this is going to be various topics. Right, so this is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So Solomon kind of gave you a gem right here. Solomon said, hey, the earth is going to abound forever. This precept right here alone lets you know that this earth is never going to be destroyed. But when you come to the so-called white man's science, he'll tell you certain things to where as though, you know, the sun can implode the earth, or the earth can implode itself, or it can get hit with a meteor, and then it can it can blow up. Or it's certain meteors that's, you know, on such a large scale of a size, and it can hit the earth and it'll blow it up. This is what science and this is what the so-called white man tell you. But when you come to the scriptures, when you come to the scriptures do not align with science. So as I'm going through these precepts and I'm gonna show you this, stop trying to think of science. It's not gonna mix. It's not gonna mix at all. Because the Lord said in the book of 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, I believe, and the 10th chapter, the Lord is not dealing with the wisdom of this world. A part of the wisdom of this world is science. Don't tell me that the sun basically created itself and then I'm holding the Bible in my hand and I tell you no and you're looking at me crazy. Brother, it's not going to work out like that when you come to the scriptures. The Lord created the sun. I don't want to hear anything else. Damn, you might ask a scientist or a person who believes in science, how does the wind go to and fro and it never stops? Where does it come from? Whatever. They're going to give you some. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the precepts. So let's read this again. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 4. One generation passeth away and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Right? So let's go to the book of Acts chapter 11 and verse 26. The earth is going to be here forever. You understand? The earth is never going to fade away. The earth is the dwelling place for man. This is the book of Acts chapter 11, and I want to read verse number 26. Salakia. I'll drop my page. Acts 11. Salakia. Oh, this is 12. My bad. Acts 11:26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch, and it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church, and they taught to the much people, and the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. Slacky, that's not what I wanted, but that's okay. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Slacky, I can't remember the precept I wanted. Lord willing to come to me, but let's go to Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22. Right, so remember, the Lord said through Solomon, the earth abideth forever. Let me see if I can find this precept in Acts. But the earth abideth forever, and one generation passeth away, and one generation cometh. As you read the book of John, chapter 19, and verse number 26, verse number 28, you read about Matthew 19 and 28. You read about regeneration. Regeneration is in the scriptures, and that will be a whole breakdown for it today, which I'm sure I have on my YouTube, which you have to look at it. But regeneration is for surely in the scriptures. Sound like I can't find that, but the point is regeneration surely is in the scriptures. So one generation is gonna come, you understand, and the next generation is gonna come after that, and it continue on. It's like a life cycle of spirits on the earth that continue come on, and the Lord is gonna further explain that in Ecclesiastes 1. But about the earth abiding forever, let's get this in the book of Isaiah chapter 40 and verse number 22 says, it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, which is a two-dimensional figure to point out. It says, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers. You understand? So you have a circle, which is a two-dimensional figure. You have the inhabitants thereof, which is our grasshoppers. Grasshoppers don't jump on the side of a circle. Grasshoppers don't jump on the bottom of a circle. They jump up and down on the platform, on the surface. That's how the Lord is describing the earth. Let's read it again. Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. So you have the circle of the earth, which is a two-dimensional figure. And it says, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers. They that stretch out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. You understand? And that's how the Lord described the earth. You understand? But the point is, the earth was like unto a circle that abided forever. You understand? Let's get another precept in the book of Isaiah chapter 45. In verse 18, it says, for thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. So guess what? When you dive into the creation, when you dive into the certain elements, than being an apothecary, you understand, on a physical level. When you dive into certain these things, the Lord didn't create these things for vain. So guess what? The nature, the rain hitting the car, you understand, the birds flying past, the birds sticking in the trees trying to dodge the rain. You understand? There's certain elements in the beautiful tree branches that got the green on it. The Lord's favorite tree got that vine branch on it wrapping around the stem. Show you how girded up and rooted and grounded you gotta be in this truth. You understand? The pomegranate that got the seeds in it that remind you of the commandments. The lily that's so ever fresh and clean, that got that white on it to remind you of your garment to be without spot nor blemish. You understand? The dove, which is in his purity. All these things the Lord didn't create in vain. You understand? You can go to the book of Job chapter 12 and verse 7. Hey, the Lord told you, he created these things for your learning's sake. That's also for our use. Nothing is created in vain. But the so-called white man will tell you it's certain things you just can't, he wants you to feed into his wealth system. You understand? That's the whole point of that. Let's read on. Created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I have not spoken in secret and in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare things are right. So at the end of the day, how the Lord declared how the earth is gonna rotate, how the Lord declared how the earth is gonna go. That's what it is, not science. Let's go back to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 5. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. So we're learning things in this video. According to the Bible, the sun rotates around the earth, and the earth don't rotate around the sun. Let's prove that. Let's go to the book of Psalms chapter 93. You understand? According to the Bible, the sun rotates around the earth, not the earth around the sun. Psalm 93 and 1. The Lord reigneth. He is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, where he hath girded himself the world also is established that it cannot be moved. So the world don't move. You understand? The earth, the globe, whatever you want to call it, this thing doesn't move. But guess what? In Ecclesiastes 1 and 5, the sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. You understand? So just like the sun may rise in one place and set in the other, every single last time, it happens according to the Lord's commandment. But you can take this as double to that which is, and understand when you wake up in the morning, you better be praising the Lord's name the same time as the sun is going down, in reverse, and to never give up. Just like Satan don't disobey the Most High, the angels don't disobey the Most High, you shouldn't either, brother. And it's not in vain when the Lord created it this way. Okay? So let's get one more precept in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 7, and I want to read verse number 18. Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 18 says, the beginning, ending, and the midst of times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the changes of seasons, the circuits of years, and the positions of stars. You understand? So the point is, the turning of the sun and the alterations of the seasons, Solomon knew all these things. But the point is, hey, guess what? The sun moves and the earth don't. All right, so let's go back to the book of Ecclesiastes. These are just various topics, touching on Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, man. Ecclesiastes, we're going to learn something in this thing, right? These are precepts that you need about the creation, precepts that you need to motivate you about vanity, to not be slothful, various topics. The Lord will cover everything, right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, all the rivers, verse number 6, the wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north, it whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. I didn't do my research on what science would say the wind comes, where it comes from, and how it comes about. I would have to refresh myself off of that, how the science proclaims it. But that's how the Lord proclaims it. You know what I'm saying? There's no new thing under the sun. So the wind and the breeze that you felt today is the same breeze that they felt 20 years ago. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 7. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. So guess what? Let's read that again. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Man, aren't these scriptures living waters? You can read about that in the book of John, chapter 6 and verse 63. Man, these scriptures is living waters, right? These scriptures are double to that which is, and they're never full. Everything's gonna run in. You're gonna have rivers that run into it. You're gonna have all kinds of things that run into it. But you gotta understand, it's never gonna be full. It's never gonna be too much. The Bible covers everything. Let's go to the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 25. The Bible literally covers everything. Any questions you can possibly have, I can promise you, is covered within the Bible through the precepts. So this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse number 25. 1 Peter 1 and 25, it says, but the word of the Lord endureth forever, and this is the word which by the gospel is preached unto you. So the words of the Lord are going to continue to endure forever. You understand? It don't matter how many times you done brought up this precept. It don't matter how long ago this book was written. It don't matter. These things are going to live forever. And this Bible is more alive nowadays than any other time before. You got damn artists rapping about Samson and Delilah. I can't trust the whole. You got damn athletes putting Bible scriptures on their tweets. You got the damn president holding the Bible, pointing to it. Man, these scriptures are more alive nowadays than ever before. You got men going in depth, right, rightly dividing the word of truth. The saints of the Lord rightly dividing the word of truth. You understand all these other things. Right, let's go back to that in Ecclesiastes 1 and 7. All the things are full, verse 7. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. You understand? Hey, and at the end of the day, the living waters are continuing to go. They're going to continue to go out, whether you want to receive it or not. The living waters kind of got these things dropping. You know what? It's raining outside. Let's get that in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32. Right? If you can tell or not, it's raining outside. I'm sure you can hear it. But this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 2. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. So the Lord's doctrine is going to continue to flow, right? The Lord got the rivers flowing to the damn sea, and the sea's still not going to be full. The Lord's word is going to continue to endure forever. The Lord said his doctrine is going to drop as the rain. You can't dodge rain bullets. You can't dodge the Lord's doctrine. It's going to go out regardless. That's what the Lord is saying. You can't dodge the Lord's doctrine. You can't, the sea is never going to be full. It's always going to be something continually to go into. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, 34 and verse 13. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34 and verse number 13. It says, and I will bring them out from the people. This is talking about salvation. And I will bring them out from the people and gather them from far, and gather them from the countries, and will bring them to their own land, and feed them upon the mountains of Israel by the rivers, and in all the inhabited places of the country. I will feed them in a good pasture, and upon high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. There shall they lie in the good fold, and a fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel. So at the end of the day, the Lord's going to feed us. The Lord's going to feed us with that living water. The Lord's going to give us these things. The Lord's going to have his doctrine drop as the rain. The Lord's going to have us covered through the words of the Lord. You understand? It's not going to be physically all the time. All right? It's not going to always be physical. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 4. It says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. So at the end of the day, the Lord going to continue to have his words flowing. The Lord going to continue to have his word going out. No matter what's going on. No matter if you're busy at work, you got to go, you're running over, they're calling your phone, people texting you, you got emails going on, you got work to handle here, then you got your other work to handle here, then you got somebody calling you. It don't matter. It do not matter. The word of the Lord has to go out regardless. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, let's get one more precept in the book of Zechariah. And then I'm going to close out. Chapter 14 and verse number 8. It says, and it shall be in that day that living water shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea and half toward the hinder sea. In the summer and in the winter shall it be. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. And that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one. You understand? So at the end of the day, it don't matter what kind of vanity is going on. It don't matter what kind of slothful spirit you got going on. At the end of the day, the Lord is gonna come and he's gonna reap his. He's gonna thrust through with his sharp sickle, as the scripture said. Okay. So you got to be mindful of vanity in these last days. Make sure you're not partaking into all kinds of vanity. Whether it's of this world or whether it's the vanity that you can dodge with the Lord. Try your best to not be partaking in any vanities of the world, and be mindful of the vanities that the Lord looks at you as. You understand? And you got to always keep your mind fixated on the Lord in these last days. Because otherwise you're going to fall into the damn depths of Satan, to the cares of this world, to the cares of this life. Everything should have your mind going back to the precepts. Everything should have your mind going back to the Lord. There is not one conversation that you should be having, whether it's strifeful and contentious or peaceful and edifying. There's not one conversation that you should have that shouldn't lead your mind back to the precepts of the Lord. But like, this is why the Lord said this. When you have this mindset, this is how you're going to grow in these last days. Okay? Wise words from the brother Mathamika. Shalom, Masha Allah. Shalom, shalom.